We got a hiccup. Why should we break up? My brothers and sisters, there's no need to fight. Let's just see if I can help solve this problem. Men grew up differently, and women grew up the same way. So let's just brainstorm, and we'll be okay. We got a hiccup. Why should we break up? Hello everybody, welcome to Hiccup Breakup, and I know Bun Bun is busy right now, so I have time to do Hiccup Breakup this week. And on today's episode of Hiccup Breakup, the situation is we have a couple who just had a newborn who is also engaged. But both the woman is both mentally and emotionally drained, and her man doesn't know what to do or understand why when he still provides, take her out, and spend time with her, where he starts to feel discredited and a little bit underappreciated. You see, this is called a mutual hiccup, meaning there's a complaint from the man and a complaint from the woman where they sometimes go back and forth with each other, express their thoughts and opinions, but unfortunately, it doesn't get them past their problems. The man feels underappreciated for all he does and doesn't understand why his girl is still mentally and emotionally drained. And the woman feels like she doesn't feel heard enough, so she keeps what she wants to say to herself most of the time because she fears if she let it all out, her man is gonna take it the wrong way and immediately fall back and leave. This is one of the main causes for not only divorce and relationships ending, but it's a common reason why a father wouldn't want to be with the mother anymore. Because the minute he feels undermined or discredited by his queen, his motivation to make her happy slowly starts to fade away, and sometimes it gets to the point where his child becomes his self-motivation over his queen. And the woman feels because she can never ever express her thoughts and opinions because she fears her man might take it the wrong way. So she'll possibly start to look for people and new friends who can easily read her mind and emotions as long as she doesn't have to talk about it, because she fears if she talks about it, there's a big chance she is gonna get judged and criticized by any and everybody who want to get involved in her business, including friends and family. So now that we understand what the problem is, let's talk about the solutions. To the man, first off, do not look at this from an emotional standpoint. Meaning, try to not react based on how you feel or how you're going to feel, no matter how hard it might be. Because the real reason why women refuse to take accountability is because accountability to a woman means constant judgment and criticism from not only you but from everybody, including friends, family, and countless strangers. Same thing vice versa for men. In order to get over this problem, both the man and woman must be safe spaces for each other on an emotional judgmental standpoint, which is something countless men and women don't know how to do. But you two can definitely do it, because overcoming something most couples can't do is how you create legacies that turn into a positive outcome where many young couples can learn from. First step is, the woman gets the opportunity to talk first, because as the man, in order to get a good listener, you show her what a good listener is, and you lead by example by using your character of the person you is. And as you prepare to listen, you give her your full attention. No distractions, no interruptions, no cell phone, nothing. And most importantly, you have a high tolerance to no, because her childhood is different than yours. Her tone of communication is gonna sound different and maybe a little distasteful. But better communication can only happen through time over hiccups such as this. Now to the female, remember, I know it's hard to find better ways to let out your emotions, but you're not good at doing that, at least not yet, because you keep so much stress to yourself. So you have to start somewhere by letting it all out, especially if your man wants to listen. However, be aware. Please do not discredit him over not being good at supporting your emotional needs towards your standards, because most men never had emotional pillows when they was young, so that's a skill that they are not good at least not yet. But they can learn and get better as long as you appreciate efforts over standards, and you understand you cannot get mad at your man for not emotionally supporting you in the expectations you expected him to when he never taught how to do that. But remember, he's your best friend. And as his best friend, never belittle or discredit him over something he was never taught how to do. And no, you can't expect him to read your mind just because you have a low tolerance for talking.
Excuse me, wifey, but I would also want to tell the men another communication secret. You see, gentlemen, when a woman communicates built-up anger or built-up emotions, you cannot interrupt. Like seriously, you can interrupt under any circumstances. You have to let her let it all out because another she's scared to let it all out because she fears we will react based on our emotions of how we are feeling. Based on how we feel, we want to express ourselves the moment you are feeling some type of way, but communication shouldn't be immediately interrupted to express an opinion over your emotions. You have to let her talk, and talk all the way. And as she talks, you listen and give her your full attention. That's our job. Because when you listen, and let her talk while being emotionally intelligent, you'll possibly get hugs and kisses, for being a good listener.
And you can see why I love being his wife.
Why should I worry?
Bye! Bye!
What a delightful scoundrel.